Anthony Cumia, by the way, one half of Opie and Anthony, of course, the legendary duo of Opie and Anthony. Dude, you're one of the reasons why I got in radio, so you're the blame why I have the show. You're the reason. You are definitely one of the reasons why I do this, because you, I think, brought something else to the table that I think is missing from all these other fucking radio shows that are out there, which was that realism that you, that you don't fucking, you're not there to sugarcoat it. You're not doing a bit. You're not doing a character. That's you.
Yeah, everyone's scared shitless these days, man. I don't want to be honest with anything because, quite frankly, it's dangerous to do that now. People, they're losing their reputations, their jobs, just for being honest. And, you could do that. You could tiptoe around things and be miserable and feel like you're not, not doing your job, not being honest with yourself. Or you could go out there and, go balls out and hope for the best. Obviously, I got tripped up a little bit there, but we're doing good.
Just a little? Why? What happened? I didn't hear anything. It's not like it made the news.
What was that?
Yeah, what was that little scuttlebutt we heard about? So wait, let's go into that for a second. How did that feel to go through that shit? I mean, everyone's heard the story. We all know you were assaulted in the middle of Times Square by a big burly black chick in a little black dress. While you were taking pictures, you're in the middle. You were doing nothing. You were minding your own business, taking pictures. That part I was in total agreement with. That's what happened. She calls you a white motherfucker, and then starts punching you in the head because she thought you were taking pictures of her, obviously, or something, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because that's what you're doing.
Delusions of grandeur there. She thought I was there specifically, just to take pictures of her fat ass, but no.
So then Anthony, he gets assaulted, and then, I think any other human in the world, now I said this even on the show, when everything happened, because obviously you were a topic of conversation, because I said I revere you. I think that you are phenomenal. And when you got fired, I was like, holy shit. But when it happened, we talked about it, that you went then, and like every other human that would be in the world, you got pissed off, and then you went to Twitter, which I think it was a bad idea, Anth, in hindsight, I guess.
Sure.
Hindsight being 2020, I think it was a bad idea. But you were. I think that you went on, and I'm not fucking rehashing all the tweets and everything that you did. But, But and what I said was, yet again, it's like another the hindsight being 2020 thing. I still think if you went to the cops and just said, "Yeah, I was assaulted," so at least there was some documentation. I don't think Sirius could have fired you. That's the thing. I don't think they could have fired you. But that's why I said what I said on the show was that I think that Sirius, even though I would never want to see you get fired, I think because they're a corporation, like their hands were tied, right?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying about that, but I think even without the police documentation, I've been there 10 years. At least give me the benefit of the doubt that I'm telling the fucking truth.
Oh yeah.
About what happened, and then when you look at Sirius, they're supposed to be what, uncensored.
Yeah.
But I hear, the whole. Hey, it's not like regular radio. Look at it. You can talk about anything. You can say anything. I've said worse on the air than I ever said on Twitter.
Absolutely.
And they're still replaying some of my stuff on Opie and Ginny's show. So, there's a huge hypocrisy there with SiriusXM, that's for sure.
Well, I was going to ask you that question. Why? I understand it was part of, I think, to let the contract thing with Opie, so that he would stay, that they're doing some form of a, best of thing for the Opie and Opie radio channel that they're doing. And your voice will be heard on SiriusXM, and they're not going to edit out anything that you did, which would be kind of weird because it'd be like Opie talking to nobody and then Jimmy cracking up at a joke that wasn't told. But they're not going to, it's like a weird thing, but, they're going to play the exact shit that supposedly you got fired for.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes, how does that make sense?
It makes no sense whatsoever. I mean, if it was that bad and they had to, knee-jerk get rid of me without anybody even complaining, then I should be wiped from history over there. But no, they'll keep playing my shit, and
don't make.
I don't know. It made no sense actually, even the reason that they threw me out of there. But they have their agenda over there, so screw it.
It's all right. You've moved on to bigger, better things. The Anthony Cumia show is fucking taking over the world. I mean, a lot of people are definitely checking it out.
It's definitely cool. It's talk about freedom to talk about whatever I want now, and no restrictions. Anyone that listens and watches the show actually can call in and discuss any subject with just blunt, plain language, no worrying about walking on eggshells or tiptoeing around subject matter or anything. I mean, that's the best part of it, knowing that, this is really uncensored and completely honest.
I do have a lot of radio stuff from your history in radio. Just the stuff I see. We didn't know if you were calling or not, so I don't have shit in front of me. I didn't actually do any prep. But because first off, I do love you. So let me just get to the point here. So I do know the background stuff. But I do have questions. At one point after the Sex for Sam thing and all that other crap, and you guys were off the air. And you guys were trying to get out of your CBS contracts. What was there ever a time that you were supposed to end up on Q104?
Yeah. Q104 wanted us to do mornings.
Wow.
And that was the biggest. That was the reason that Infinity or Viacom at the time, whatever the fuck they were. That was why they kept us under contract. They knew we would have went over there, and their cash cow, of course, is Howard Stern. Was Howard at the time, and they knew, we probably weren't going to go over there and beat Howard, but we would have taken some numbers away and probably taken away quite a bit of revenue because of, advertisers would have been like, well, he's not number one anymore, because we would have siphoned off some of the audience. So they were just like, hey, it makes financial sense to just sit him out and pay him. Wow. So that's what they did.
No, because I used to work at Q104, and that was all legend and rumors. No one I was a member of the underling on the morning show. So I'm looking. So I'm sitting there I'm hearing things, but it's never told hey Eddie, this is what's fucking going on, and Opie and Anthony are coming. Nothing like that. So you don't. You're guessing. I'm guessing maybe I don't know what the fuck's going on.
The rumor mill.
Yeah, the rumor mill's running rampant, and I'm like, all right, whatever. And then to hear it now from Anthony Cumia, by the way, of the Anthony Cumia Show, go to AnthonyCumia.com, is telling you that's exactly what the fuck was going to happen. That's pretty goddamn big. That's pretty huge. Now, also, you started in Long Island. Correct me if I'm wrong. You were a guy that fixed air conditioning ducts.
An HVAC man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you and Brother Joe were the founding members of Rock Gut.
Yeah.
Who made the song parody. Obviously, everyone, if you know your history in radio, you know how the hell Anthony got to the spot. But I got to ask another question that, yet again, is history and folklore and bullshit. And while I have you here, I'll ask this question. Do you know Bob Buckman?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
From our BAB days.
Yeah. Now, in the WBAB days, where he used to be my boss over at Q, at WAXQ,
yeah.
The question I have to ask is, did he put you two together, or did you and Opie actually just come together by yourselves?
Yeah, that was just, he had nothing to do with putting us together.
Okay.
He was at the station. He allowed, I guess, me to come on Opie's show on a regular basis. But no, that was all Opie, just getting me on board like that. And as a matter of fact, Bob had me doing his morning show, much to Opie's chagrin at the time, for a couple of months before we actually went to to Boston, Buckman used to just say, "Yeah, come on, come on the morning show with me." And I was so fucking eager to get out of what I was doing that I was just like, "Yeah, okay, I'll be in." So I did that, and Opie was like, "Very good." I didn't know how radio worked, I was just like, "Oh, wow, you just go on everyone's show, right?"
Yeah. We're all just one big family.
Yeah.
Everyone shows up and does everyone else's show. Yeah. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Because it's legendary. The shit. That's what I'm saying. The shit that you've gone through in your career, going from a guy doing ceiling ducts, doing air conditioning, to being the guy. You were like one half of the guy. Now you're the guy because you're by yourself, but being the guy, that you guys were the guys that took Howard Stern toe to toe.
Yeah.
And you proved that there's not just one game in town, that there could be other games in town, and that you guys proved, along with Jimmy, because I love Norton. Fucking Norton cracks me the fuck up.
Yeah. It was weird. It was one of those, stories that just never really happens. I think such a roundabout way to get into a business that, I love. I think it's amazing. Always wanted to do it. Was a big fan of radio, but just never had the, resources or patience to really go through it the way everybody is supposed to, schooling or whatever the fuck.
Right.
So, to get
You went to school for this shit?
Yeah.
As I burn my CSB diploma. What?
We'll have you on the air in 60 days.
Yeah. Poor shit. You'll make it. You'll be like that Anthony Cumia guy.
Hey, yeah. We'll get you right on the air.
Brah, see? Gonna be on. Now give me your money. Brah.
It'll be Anthony and you.
Yeah, it'll be the Eddie and Anthony show. When did radio start to suck for you? Because obviously you've been in the business for so long. When did it start to go, wow, this is fucking amazingly fun, to holy fuck, I want to just go drink?
Yeah, I guess it was right toward the end of the NEW days, and I think it was because when huge corporations just started eating up radio stations, and you really had to watch out because, you are also owned by, Blockbuster Video and this and Comedy Central and we have to protect the properties and it's not just the radio station anymore. It's like, I could give a shit what happened to Blockbuster Video because of what I'm blurting out over the air.
Yeah.
And that's when it really started to, as you say, suck.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, because like
that's about it.
Yeah. Well, you have the world of radio where you get into this business because you think it's fucking cool, and you get into this business because you want to make, like I was the same thing. I've been through a lot of the shit mill, as they say, and I've been fired, and not as many times as you, Anth, but I've been fired.
You're up there.
I'm up there. I'm catching up to him. I'll get to that Anthony guy.
We've been fired and rehired more times than the...
Well, same thing. Fired, rehired, everywhere they go. Because they knew that Opie and Anthony were a legit... And now look, I'm the same way I think Anthony deep down inside, even though he has I don't know if he has a hatred for Howard. I don't think he does. I think he just has a loathing for Howard. But I think that he, because it seemed to me like if you watch, by the way, behind the scenes shit, you see that everybody interacts on both shows.
Absolutely.
Except for Howard. Like, Opie would talk to Artie, and Artie would talk to Anthony, and then Jackie, and Jackie is now hanging out with Anthony on the Anthony Cumia show. And then, Robin would see Opie in the gym or something, like this whole thing, and it was like a whole world that because it seems like it was two polar opposites. If you're an Opie and Anthony fan, you couldn't be a Howard Stern fan. Okay. It was like the Jets and the fucking Sharks. It was.
What's that about?
Yeah, it was like West Side Story on crack.
Yeah. It was very strange, man, because like when I was in construction and working for a living out on Long Island, I would listen to Howard every morning. I was a huge fan, and those were like the golden years of Stern when Billy West was on and Jackie and shit like that. It was just it was consistently hilarious. Just shit radio you never heard before. And then when I finally got into radio, I realized, like, oh, God, this guy kind of, he's going behind the scenes and having bosses tell us to shut up. And, instead of just getting out on the air like he did and destroy people, which we would have taken, we loved it. We loved the fight. But he just wasn't into doing that toe-to-toe brawl with us like he did with Bella and, some of the other people in the industry. So
why do you
kind of disheartening. Yeah, I never hated him. I still don't, I think I absolutely, you're not going to find many people that got bigger in radio, that's for sure. I have no hard feelings or anything like that, but he was an asshole a few times to us.
Just a few, just a smidge. Yeah. That's my question is, like, what has anything transpired? Like, have you ever talked to him after or during? Have you seen him in the halls when you were at Sirius? I mean, I know he had the private elevator and everything.
Yeah, he has the mystery elevator and the limo. And,
God bless him.
You rarely see him in the building at SiriusXM. And I never saw him in the building, and I was there for years and years and years. I did see him and traded some small talk at the Borgata once. There was some event going on. They were all there.
You were at a poker tournament or something, right?
And we were at a poker table.
Yeah.
Next to each other, like poker tables. I wasn't at his poker table. But, we traded some pleasantries, but that was about it.
And you go, fuck yourself, sir. No, you fuck yourself, sir. Oh, I hope you get colon cancer, sir. Oh, fuck you, sir. I'm just laughing because I like, it seems like to me that it was such a giant fucking different worlds, but yet they were doing the same work. For Christ's sake, if you know your radio history, Anthony was on Howard's show twice.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, that's a giant thing that people kind of gloss over and don't fucking recall. Then Anthony Cumia, right here from the Anthony Cumia show, he was making fun of Jackie, I believe.
Yep.
And doing the Jackie voice on fucking Howard's show. And Howard would fucking say and rave about him and say, this kid's fucking amazing, and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. It was, that was pretty huge for me at the time. It was before I was doing radio. Still, working for a living, and unbelievable to be in there, and because I was such a big fan, to be in there to me was just like, this is fucking great. And that was pretty much why I wanted to get into radio. It just looked like such a good time, and everyone's having fun and laughing. Like, it's great. How the hell do you get to do this as a job?
The most amazing magic trick ever.
And get paid besides.
It's an illusion. Have fun. No, it's not fun.
Yeah.
All right, so what's going on the Anthony Cumia show? What you got coming up?
It's been just an amazing, fun excursion outside of the realm of regular radio and even SiriusXM. We've had people on that, they could just talk about whatever they want. I had Jackie Martling and Stuttering John on the same show, and we just discussed radio. And, those guys obviously were around during the heyday of the Stern Show. So being able to talk about stuff like that was great. And I think we're getting some girl in heel dough. You ever hear of a heel dough?
Heel dough?
It straps onto a girl's heel. It's a dildo.
Okay.
It straps onto her heel, and as they're giving you head, she can stick it up her and kind of bounce up and down on her heel. And we're going to have a complete demonstration.
Oh.
On the show, video, HD video, audio, and right. It's magic like that I look forward to on a daily basis. That gets me out of bed and down into the basement. So
it's that lightning in a bottle.
It's another vuvuzela.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. We had we had a girl stick a vuvuzela in her pussy for the World Cup.
Got fired for that.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And then in between things like that, today I'm sure we'll be discussing the American Sniper movie and the fact, Michael Moore is still a fat asshole. And,
we just talked about that. Yeah,
prick.
So what do you think, Anthony? Because you're a gun-toting, American man. What's your stand? And you had Chris on the show, right? Before, when he told the Ventures, you had him on. Hey. So what exactly happened there?
Well, I think I saw the movie last night, and it's okay. I mean, it's obviously not a documentary. This isn't, everything in it isn't factual. Didn't happen that way. They drama it up for, it's Hollywood, whatever. But Michael Moore, he's just an asshole. I have no respect for that guy whatsoever. And he's one story, but when you look at like Seth Rogen, who was just kind of making a joke, people got to calm down a little bit because it works both ways. Like I always, pound on liberals for a lot of times being unreasonable when it comes to humor and context and things. They don't think that certain things should ever be joked about, and I think anything could be funny in the proper context. So when you see something like that and Seth Rogen turns around and says that the movie American Sniper reminded him of that propaganda movie that was playing in Inglourious Bastards, the sniper movie, I got the joke. I understand it. And when I saw the movie last night, I could see in certain contexts that kind of applies. I don't think he meant it like, hey, it's a propaganda movie like the Nazis made. So, people got to really step back sometimes and look at the context of something and not fucking jump off and instantly start calling someone an asshole or demanding their job or we should never fucking support that person again just based on an opinion, because that really curtails freedom of expression when you have to worry about, should I say this or do I even want to deal with the bullshit that I'm going to catch after I say it? Shit like that, people preemptively censor themselves.
So what you're saying
is, we can't have that shit.
So what you're saying is that something was put on Twitter and someone misconstrued it and overreacted.
Yeah. I have a little experience with that, for sure.
I hate when that happens.
Oh, yeah, I hate when that happens. Jesus Christ. Motherfucking cocksucker.
Unbelievable.
They caught me in exactly what happened. God damn it. Oh, man.
Yeah. So when you see people, you see people on the left do that, and you see people on the right doing exactly the same thing. It's like, it gets a little disheartening.
To me, the left and the right really need to come together. This is like the dumbest fun. It's not like either party is right. Like, it's not like you can turn and say, oh, well, those fucking lefty assholes are totally right. Oh, no, those right-wing fucks are totally right. No.
No, they're both fucking
fucking assholes. We get nothing but a shit sandwich, and no one gets anything good out of this. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
While I have you here, I have to say I'm jealous of Brian from the Radio Freaks.
Okay.
He gets to actually come to the compound and go to all your parties, and he was at the party right after everything happened, and I'm like, I was so jealous. It was disgusting. When you were singing Ebony and Ivory, I was like, motherfucker. God damn it!
Yeah, that was a fun one. That was the 4th of July party. Right?
Yeah, I was like, because we're friends, and he rubs it in. He goes, yeah, just go down to the old compound, go hang out with my radio friend.
Bring you to the next one.
Because Anthony has the greatest, from what I've seen. I haven't got to be there because our friend Laney. We work together. Anthony gets the same people that we get. And Laney is the guest wrangler extraordinaire when it comes to tits and ass.
Oh, yeah.
And she's another one. She's like, just going down to the old Cumia compound. And I'm like, stop telling me this shit, you fuckers. Yes, I'm jealous, you dicks.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun over here.
Because Anthony's like a big kid with a shitload of money. He's fucking amazing. You understand? He has a giant pool area. He's got a fucking velociraptor in his pool. This motherfucker.
Playboy Mansion. Huh?
Yeah, he's got. Well, there's enough tits and ass usually walking around. Yeah, he does have the Playboy Mansion.
I know.
Yeah,
Ladies
always,
supplies a lot of that
something
stuff.
going on.
Yeah, and then he's got a movie theater. The AnthonyCumia.com studios for the Anthony Cumia show.
Yes.
You brought up a very interesting point back in the day. It's when you still worked at Sirius before the old fiasco happened. You used to get shit for doing Live from the Compound because you had because you had the money to pull off a show that didn't sound and look like shit.
Yeah.
That I think that Sirius got a little angry at Anthony because Anthony had green screen, beautiful mics. Joe, you would be amazed at what he has in the studio.
Oh, you know me, I'm an equipment junkie.
Exactly. Anthony's like one of those guys that like learns something and then takes it to a whole new level because he's got the money to do it. So he's like, I want to build drones. And his drone is now the size of on the Shield carrier.
747.
Yeah, it's not like he does little things. I want to watch a movie. He builds a whole theater in his fucking basement.
Yeah, that's the kind of
that's the
really
perks.
having not many responsibilities.
Yeah.
I took the whole idea of having a wife and kids, threw that out the window, and
I was just talking about that.
Have toys and fun.
Andy, do you now? Because we were asking this Q&A the other day. We were asking, do you think that marriage fucks up a good relationship?
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
I honestly do. Yeah.
Fucking Anthony Cumia. God, he has a real man showing some balls here.
Well, he's probably divorced.
Yes, he is. But his first wife was, what's the word I'm looking for, Denny? Cunt.
Oh, right, yes. That's the word.
Yeah, it's cunt. I believe it's pronounced cunt, right? I'm not sure.
Conniving.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she was a cunt. And then I think that spoiled and soured Anthony for marriage. And now he's living the life that if you put a black light over the mansion, it looks like a fucking Pollock painting. Because there's just cum everywhere. This guy is living the life.
It's one of these situations where you gotta just keep rotating people through, or else you're just gonna get pissed off at them, and you'll sit on the opposite ends of the couch, fucking looking at your phone and wondering why the fuck am I even in the same room with this person? And that's what happens after you're in a relationship for a long time. I like newness. That's what I like.
Why are you still here? Get out!
Yeah.
It's weird because Anthony, just when Anthony's fucking around. By the way, just to show you how much legitimately your life sucks and Anthony's is great.
Okay.
When you look at someone, just go Google or go on YouTube or whatever and look up some of the videos of Anthony that he just puts up, periodical, just, fuck, I feel like making a movie.
Okay.
And he'll put up one. He did one where he just strapped a camera to himself, and he's walking around his own house, pouring a beer, going outside, and it's one of the most annoying videos ever, because you're like, God damn. And he walks outside, and he's sitting there drinking his beer, he jumps in the pool, he has the camera still attached to him, and there's this broad that literally to everyone else is like a 13.
Yeah.
To Anthony, she's like a hard 7.
13 years old?
Not 13 years old. If he had 2 of them, maybe.
Okay.
and she's in a bikini sitting there, and that's like for after the video goes off, that this is going to go get plowed by Anthony. After I finish my frosty beverage, I'm going to beat the shit out of her pussy with my dick.
It's good to be young and single, I'll tell you.
Fucking. Did we mention how much we love you? I just want to throw that out there again, motherfucker. Shit. You can hear Anthony every goddamn day because you can have him on AnthonyCumia.com on the Anthony Cumia Show. Anthony, by the way, yet again, I'm going to blow more smoke up your ass and say thank you for being on the program today, sir.
So much.
Thanks for having me, man.
Dude, no. First off, I made you laugh after the years upon billions of times you've made me laugh. So right there, goddammit, thank you at the end of the day. Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Anthony motherfucking Cumia. Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, man.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely, man. Talk to you later.
Take it easy, guys.
Take it easy, man. God damn, that was Anthony Cumia.